Today is day 3 of making clients find you in ChatGPT and Claude. Okay. So now, right now, as you're watching this, go to the comments and tell us your name, okay, your skill, your location, okay, what you do for clients in your niche, okay, like the niche you work in, and then the result that your work creates for them. Write everything in one sentence. This is called your entity footer, and you'll be adding this entity footer at the end of every post that you make on LinkedIn, Reddit, YouTube, inside the scripts themselves, Twitter, and Medium. Okay, so if you have a blog, you'll also be adding it there. Okay, I give the same exercise to my students on X, okay, on Twitter, and these were some of their entity footers. So the first one, I am Aduragbemi Ayomide, blah, 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 a Wix website designer and email marketing specialist based in Lagos, Nigeria. I specialize in high converting Wix websites and blah, blah, blah. Can you see? So that's what your entity footer is. If you are still confused, I've put a template in the comments, okay, that you can copy. All right. So just go to the comments, you see the template. I labeled it as template, copy it, and then put your own name there, the niche you work in, and all the results. And for example, this is my own. My name is Delight Johnson, an SEO specialist who helps B2B companies, okay, get recommended by ChatGPT and Claude to potential customers and rank on Google so that they had 100,000 extra visits to their blogs and close hundreds of new customers per month. Okay. Now imagine someone goes to ChatGPT or Claude, okay, and asks a question like, who is the best vendor in Lagos that sells wigs, for example, or who is the best graphic designer in Nigeria who has worked with fintech companies, and ChatGPT or Claude mentions your name or your business directly, okay? Creating an entity footer, this entity footer that I just told you to create is what is going to make it happen. When you create a post on LinkedIn or an article on LinkedIn, ChatGPT pulls that data. ChatGPT also pulls data from Reddit. In fact, Reddit is the number one cited platform by ChatGPT, okay? Perplexity and Google AI use YouTube. So when someone publishes a video on YouTube, the captions, those captions of the video or the transcripts, it scrapes that text, okay, and adds it to his database, okay. So let's say you are an automation specialist, for example, who works for health companies or medical centers in Nigeria, okay. If you have been publishing posts on LinkedIn, Reddit, YouTube, and you always put this entity footer, like I just told you that you're going to be doing, when a client goes to ChatGPT and asks, who is the best automation specialist in Nigeria who has worked with medical companies, okay, and your entity footer says, for example, I am Sandra, an AI automation specialist who helps medical clinics automate their processes and saves 30 hours per week in manual tasks. And this appears on LinkedIn, okay, on Medium, blog posts, or on Reddit and Twitter, YouTube. These tools, we are most likely going to recommend you to that client and tell the client that Sandra is the best person for you if you're looking for somebody in Nigeria. It doesn't matter whether you're a freelancer, whether you're a founder, whether you're a business owner, because I've been getting this question a lot. Whatever, as long as you find customers online, okay, hop on this challenge and tell us what to do. Who knows? Somebody may even see your entity footer in the comments and want to do business with you. Okay? And you can always come back to this post, your comment on this post, just to copy your entity footer so that you can paste it at the end of any post you want to make on those platforms. Okay.